You voted against the government funding bill. Former Trump campaign official Mark Lauder told me Friday, quote, "I get why conservatives are upset about it, but there are three bodies that it takes to pass a law, and Republicans control only one of them, so you're going to have to negotiate," unquote. Now, I know that you wanted more. What better do you think Speaker Johnson and Republican leadership, what better could they have negotiated?
Yeah, well, good morning, Jake. I mean, well, with all due respect, that's just the kind of language that you come to expect out of a uniparty in Washington who continues to just do what they've always done while the American people are left holding the bag. That's the truth. And you ask, well, what could we have done? I don't want to get into too much of the second guessing and looking backwards, right? I mean, it is what it is. It's a very difficult job for the speaker. I get that we're in divided government. I didn't want to get everything, right? I mean, I wanted to, but I knew I wouldn't get everything I wanted. But you know what I wanted? I wanted some sense of sanity on spending, some sense of sanity on the border, some sense of sanity on any of the issues the American people actually care about. And we got none of that. We got a doubling down on the very thing that the people who send me to Washington, and I believe the vast majority of Texans and Americans, are frustrated with. When I went to Washington as a staffer 20 years ago, the national debt was $6 trillion. I left town, went back to Texas, did a bunch of stuff. I come back in Congress, we're at $34.5 trillion. Both parties are equally to blame over that time. Both parties. The uniparty, the entire establishment in Washington, keeps spending money we don't have, racking up debt to advance policies that are undermining their safety and well-being. Wide open borders. You know, we got Laken Riley, who dies because of mass parole policies, releasing people into the United States. That man was released under those policies against law. She dies. We've got hundreds of examples of like that. Texans, people all across the country. We do nothing to secure the border. Zero.
Yeah.
That's the problem that the American people are looking at, and they're frustrated about it. So, yeah, I'd oppose the bill. And you asked what I would have done? I would have stuck with the bipartisan caps that were passed on a majority basis out of the House and the Senate. I would have passed a CR that would have triggered the caps. We could have constrained spending. We would have kept defense flat. We would have cut the bureaucracy, and then we could have got busy trying to negotiate on border security.